to my channel. I thought I would just do a very short casual video for you. As you can see, I'm just in my bedroom and I'm not gonna make this one a long one, but I thought I would address the subject of gender predictions. Now, when you find out you're pregnant, you normally kind of wonder what you're having, and there are so many theories as to how you can find out before actually finding out. And I just think it's important for people to know that these theories, they mean nothing. Like seriously, they mean nothing. I basically was convinced up until 20 weeks when I actually found out what I was having, I was convinced I was having a girl. The reason being is I was craving sugary foods. Now they say if you crave sweet things, it's a girl. If you crave savoury things, it's a boy. I don't really eat a lot of sweet things, but since I've been pregnant, I have been literally 3 chocolate bars in one sitting. I would never do that. I would struggle to have 1 chocolate bar normally, but I would find myself having sweets and chocolates and cakes and anything I could grab my hands on that was really sweet, and it would not be a little portion. It would be double, triple, like way too much. So I was convinced, okay, well, I am craving sweet things. That's a girl symptom, so I must be having a girl. But I didn't look too much into it. I was like, well, it could be a girl. I'm really excited because that's what I want. I was really hoping for a daughter. I think in my head I've always thought I'd have a girl first. So I was really excited. I'm going to have a girl. And the other symptom they say is acne with a girl. They say that girls steal your beauty and boys give it to you. I was definitely not feeling beautiful because another thing, I don't get spots unless I'm super stressed. So I would have nothing and then all of a sudden I'd have like 4 spots in one cluster on my forehead or my thigh, and I was literally finding myself every day, I've got more spots, and it was really, that was stressing me out. So I was probably getting more spots because I was more stressed out. But again, they say acne is a very typical girl symptom. So I was like, it's got to be a girl. I'm covered in spots. I'm eating things I don't normally eat. It's got to be a girl. Then there's the heart rate. Now they say if the heart rate is less than 140 beats per minute, it's a boy. Above 140 is a girl. So I went for my 12-week scan and it was 145. So I was kind of excited. I did ask the midwife about it. And I'll insert a clip here what she said. Heard my baby's heartbeat, and she said it's a very healthy, happy baby. She was chatting to me and she was like, yep, that's a very happy baby. She said it was 145 beats per minute. So I was like, oh, that's a girl. But then I did ask her and she said those theories just mean nothing. She said people say if it sounds like a train, it's a boy. If it sounds like a galloping horse, it's a girl. She said, but depending on where you put, you know, the Doppler, she said I can make it sound like both. So to me it sounded like a train. But I don't know. So at that point I was like, okay, girl or boy, but the majority of my symptoms are girl. So I was still like, yeah, I think we're definitely having a girl. But I found out at 20 weeks I'm having a boy. Now I was very, very surprised, because I'd convinced not only myself but my husband and all my family I am having a girl. Now the only thing I can say that was true to its prediction is holding the baby low. They say you're having a boy and girls are more rounded and they're higher and you put on weight in more areas. Now obviously I have put on weight in other areas I can notice, but it's not noticeable to others. I have generally carried all the weight in my belly and carried the baby low. So a lot of people were saying, no, you're having a boy because you're carrying the baby low. Okay, so that was true to me. I am having a boy. I am carrying low. But equally, I know somebody who has had 2 girls and a boy, and she carried all her babies low. And at the end of her 3rd pregnancy, I actually looked at her belly and went, I think you could be having a boy. You're carrying really low. You're really like out the front. And she had a girl. So again, yes, it worked for me in that sense, but it doesn't always. And again, it's just an old wives' tale. So, so yeah, try not to get too caught up in believing that you're having a specific gender, because until you actually get it confirmed for an absolute definite, you don't know, and it could go either way. So I actually had my scan, and she said, right, this is the legs. Can you guess what you're having? And I just remember thinking, well, either our baby has 3 legs or we're having a boy. And yeah, I can't fault that. There's no way that was a mistake. Our baby is definitely a boy, regardless of what symptoms I think I've had. But I did have fun guessing, and I took some quizzes as well. I will leave the results here and show you what I got from the quizzes. So you see, I was like, yeah, it makes sense, girl. But I'm not having a girl. So yeah, but there are other things as well. And like I said, I did have fun guessing and trying to work it out. So there is the test where you pee in a cup and you mix it with baking soda. So we did that just for a laugh. And I think it's either, now I can't remember exactly, but I think it's brown or green for a girl. And if it turns purple or red or blue or purple, it's a girl. No, it's a boy. I can't remember. You'd have to look online what the colours were, but we did that just for fun. And yeah, I'll insert that clip here too. This is a way to predict your gender. You mix your urine with drain unblocker, and depending on the colour it goes, it says whether you're having a boy or girl, supposedly. And so we're gonna.
Oh, sorry, but this is just pure witchcraft.
So it's clear. That's good. So you think that's enough? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, fresh cup of urine from this morning. I'm joking. Oh. Shall I pour it all in?
I'd say so, yeah.
Do I need to mix it?
I'd imagine give it a good old shake.
The only thing is, it still looks like the same colour as the urine, doesn't it?
No, it don't.
Do you think it looks...
It's changed colour. I can see it changed colour.
What colour do you think it looks?
It's gone brown.
Brown is girl. Let's see, are we having a girl then? So can you see how everything was mounting up to like me having a girl? So when I found out I was having a boy, I was in absolute shock. Like, up until that point, my whole life had been me and my husband and our daughter that's due to arrive. And it was exciting actually, because I remember it feeling new again. All of a sudden I was going to have to look at boy clothes and boy names, and if I was going to get something gender specific, I'd have to look at blue and not pink. And literally it was a shock, but it was exciting. But gender disappointment is a real thing, and that shouldn't be misunderstood or just pushed aside, because they actually treat it as serious as they treat depression. It is an actual thing. People do get it. I'm on a Facebook page with babies that are due in December, so I can sort of talk amongst other mums to bees. And yeah, there are people on there that say they literally they found out they were having a girl and they wanted a boy and they haven't stopped crying. Or one person said, we've got 2 girls, this is our last baby, we really wanted a boy, we're having a girl, my husband won't talk to me now. And it's horrible. It's because, do you know what, we all deal with things in our own way, and obviously, like I said, it is a serious thing. It's up there with depression on how medically it's treated. But these gender predictions don't help, do they? Let's be real. We all sit there and go, I wonder what I'm having, and we analyse and we tick off the boxes, and oh, I've got this, I wonder what this means, and we Google it and it says, yeah, you're having a girl, or yeah, you're having a boy. Just don't do that. Just don't do that. If you're going to do it for fun, great. But if you want to know for a cert, you have to find out at your scan. And don't convince yourself that you're having something, because you might not. So I just thought I'd make that like a little awareness thing. I do hope that if you had gender disappointment, that you have been able to get through it. I have certainly got past the shock. I've bought my little boy some really gorgeous clothes, and now I know I'm having a boy. I can't see myself having a girl. If this baby came out as a girl now, I'd be like, no, that's not right, it's a boy. So it is just, if you want to know, you just need to find out for sure. Unless, of course, you just want to have fun. We had fun, but that fun did lead to convincing ourselves of something that wasn't true. But yeah, if you have had gender disappointment, how did you deal with it? How did you cope? Leave in the comments below your experiences, because it'd be great to share with people and maybe encourage others who are going through a similar thing. And yeah, I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Like I said, it was casual, it was short and sweet, but I just wanted to share that with you because it is one thing that I felt, I think everyone does it. I think everyone does it. And I know 2 other people that are having babies around me. My friend is 2 weeks ahead, my cousin's 4 days behind, and all of us were convinced we were having girls. All of us. And we're all having boys. So I think it's a common thing. I think once you're pregnant you get excited and you want to find out, and it is fun, but the more and more and more symptoms that build up and go, wow, you can't argue with that. It wasn't like this one said I'm having a boy, this one said I'm having a girl. Like, it was all mounting up to one conclusion. So yeah, so just, if you want to know for sure. I'm certainly glad that we found out. If I had waited till the baby was born, a lot of people say you wouldn't have cared, you would have held that baby and loved that baby. But because I know it's a real thing when you want a sex and you get the other, or when you're expecting one you get the other, because I know that gender disappointment is actually considered, not like, I wouldn't say, I don't know if it's a medical thing, but it is a thing. It's not just, oh, you're just a bit disappointed. It's actually very common. And because of that, I would have hated to have thought that I had my baby thinking it was a girl, and I spent 2 days in shock and this isn't right with my baby in my arms. I'd have felt so guilty. So I think if you really, really, really want to know, then you should find out. And don't wait, and don't wait and hope, because we can all hope, but how far do we take it? Anyway, listen guys, I didn't want to make this a long video. I didn't want to make this boring. So I do hope that you enjoyed it and gave it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, do it now please. And yeah, subscribe to my channel. And let's share stories of our babies. Because my baby is due in December. I'm so excited. Let me know if you're having a baby and he or she is due in December too, and we can be baby bum buddies. I said baby mum buddies, by the way. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, and I will see you again in the next one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ready?
Go.